I like the Kingdom Hearts games, but I don't like the Final Fantasy games. Let me explain. You see, I always found the Kingdom Hearts games to be far more interesting, far more fun to play, and also far more, I guess, cool in general. First example being the story, the overall narrative, the plot, if you will. In Kingdom Hearts, it's actually interesting, engaging. I can actually get into the story and actually care about what's going on in the story with the characters and everything else that's going on. I can get immersed in it. It holds my interest, you know? And yeah, because it's actually interesting, it's actually engaging. Unlike with the Final Fantasy games, where the story, the narrative, and the plot is kind of just way too complex for its own good, way too complicated for its own good, kind of confusing at times, hard to focus on, hard to concentrate on. And honestly, it never really held my attention or held my interest very well either. It was just, I had a hard time carrying what was going on about, what was going on in the story, the characters, the overall everything else. I had a hard time focusing and caring about any of it. And because overall it was just like not very interesting, at least to me. And yeah, it didn't have a lot to hold my interest, I guess. At least compared to the Kingdom Hearts games. But yeah. Second thing would be the whole Disney thing. You see, the Kingdom Hearts games have the inclusion of Disney properties, Disney characters, Disney World, that sort of thing. And yeah, and honestly, that makes the Kingdom Hearts games far more interesting and fun. Like, you get to actually see and meet and interact with and fight alongside and fight against some of your favorite Disney characters and Disney villains. And you also get to see and explore and immerse yourself in a lot of Disney worlds and universes. And that's fun. That's cool. That's interesting. What can you do in the Final Fantasy games? Oh, you get to meet and see some Final Fantasy characters that you may or may not even know or recognize. You also get to explore some Final Fantasy worlds that, yeah, look kind of cool, sure, but I don't know, it's just, overall, they're not that interesting, and I really feel like I can't really be a part of it, immerse myself in the Final Fantasy worlds as much as the, Kingdom Hearts Disney worlds. I don't know. And yeah, lastly, I gotta talk about the gameplay. You see, I'm not the biggest fan of RPGs that much, really. Especially because a lot of RPGs nowadays are turn-based RPGs, and that's not really my sort of thing. I like some of them, like Digimon World and Jade Cocoon 2 and the Undertale and Deltarune series. But yeah, turn-based RPGs aren't really my thing, and I guess RPGs in general aren't always my thing. But with Kingdom Hearts, it's different. because it doesn't really feel like your ordinary RPG. It's fast paced. It's all over the place. It's actiony. It's hack and slashy. You can move around and actually fight enemies and bosses, and you actually feel like you're part of the battle and everything. And it's just overall just fun to play. Unlike with the Final Fantasy games, a lot of them are just turn-based, slower, more methodical, constantly just having to wait for your turn, and honestly, you kind of just get bored while playing it. And overall, it's just not fun, you know. That sort of gameplay. It's just not fun. And yeah. But yeah, that's just me. That's just my opinion. You're free to think and feel differently, you know. Honestly, I would be surprised if anyone agrees with me on any of this, because I always feel like the oddball out, you know, the outlier when it comes to this whole thing. But yeah, if you agree, if you disagree, feel free to leave a comment down below, I guess. But yeah, that's about it.